Hello everyone and welcome back to MO2 Cubing. Today I'm going to be going over all of my Puzzlecrate puzzles from March to the June one that arrived yesterday. Let's do this. Alright, so first up we have March. Okay, so first we have this one, which is... You know what am I doing? Each cube actually comes with info cards in Puzzlecrate, so I'm just going to read that.
Here we go. The original name of this cube, the crazy windmill cube,
Okay, so let's kind of break down how it actually goes. Okay, it looks scrambled enough, right? Well, yeah, if I go and do this, the turning is, takes forever to do. It's just like solving a 4x4 centers, you know, you get 3 cross edges done, and then you do the rest pretty much. So I've gotten the first 2 layers done without much of a difficulty. Then doing the last layer, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, so now we only have one center that's misoriented, and thankfully because of this, I can just rotate it 90 degrees, and it's no problem. So yeah, that's the crazy windmill cube. Moving on to our next puzzle, we have the rhombic dodecahedron, which is also a 4x4, and I've actually never solved it. So this one is weird because I've gotten all the edges done, but getting the centers done is a completely different deal. It turns like this, and since it has 4 layers, it also turns along these central axes, which is weird. I've never solved it, but I might sometime. You know. Up next for April, we have some arguably SKU-related shape mods. So this one, oh gosh, what did I get myself into? It's a modification of a SKU puzzle into a rhombohedron shape. It's very holdable, I guess. Each turn locks into place with the satisfying 3 and clicking sound. This is definitely one of the harder SKU modifications. The puzzle shape shifts like crazy, and you can run into parity issues, which are a result of the strange triangle pieces looking like they're solved when they're actually rotated incorrectly. It's a very unique puzzle and a must-have for any puzzle enthusiast. Enjoy. If you compare it to a real SKU, it is like this, but it looks different. It's actually kind of fun to solve, and I think you end up getting it into some really weird, like, airplanes. It's definitely a puzzle. The next one is the Ivy Master Morphinx. This is the original version of this puzzle, was created in 2009 by Zhang Xikun. In early 2022, the puzzle manufacturer Qiyi released this mass-produced version that is pillowed and shaped much like a Master Morphinx. Since it's a shape modification of a SKU, it can be solved in a similar way as a SKU or even a Jing's Pyraminx. I don't know what a Jing's Pyraminx is, but I'm assuming it's a Pyraminx, but you take off the tips. If you know how to solve either of those, this puzzle should be a simple one to figure out. If you've never solved a SKU or Jing's Pyraminx, this is a great puzzle to learn on. So, this one's actually kind of fun to, like, fidget with. I've had non-cubers who are able to do it most of the way. Like, it's just a really cool puzzle, and it's also very textured. Whoa. Up next, we have the May puzzles. So, this is the Land X cube. It says, this is one of the more unique SKU variations out there. It was originally called the Piracu when it was built by Hiroshi Ishino in the early 2000s. It was then presented by the famous puzzle inventor Katsuhiko Okamoto, and previously this puzzle was very hard to find, but Land has recently released this mass-produced version, and they're calling it the X cube. Very aptly named, I suppose. So you can turn it around here, and then around here, and it still kind of retains its shape almost, I guess. Up next we have the crazy 2x2. This one is actually really weird, I want to say before I even read the card. So, this cube is like a 2x2, but it has these weird, like, centerpieces in the middle. So, basically, if you turn it, sometimes, like, it'll turn the opposite side, like that, which might not make as much a difference for the first turn. And then, like, over here, see how it, like, doesn't turn it, I guess? So, if you scramble it up, you start to run in problems with the centers being messed up. It is so weird, and it's really difficult to solve the centers once you get it mixed. But yeah, you run into weird situations like this one, and it's just it's really weird. Anyway, so yeah, whoa! Then we have the June box. This one I haven't even read the cards for. I know pretty much nothing about these puzzles. The OS Cube. Recently I saw a cubicle video about this with like Phil Yu and stuff. I thought it was really interesting, to be honest. And yeah, I'm gonna see how it do in a little bit. This is not your typical twisty puzzle. It is scrambled and solved in a very unique way. There are magnets in the puzzle that will cause the tiles to pop out or retract, and the goal of the puzzle is to solve it by having all the tiles popped out or all the tiles retracted and flat. This updated version was released in early 2022, so that's like this year. This says to be one of the most satisfying puzzles to turn, as each rotation locks into place with a nice click. Can you mix it up and solve it? Give it a try, you won't regret it. Wait. What? Okay, so when I do one turn, this happens. Like, these pieces that were otherwise just completely normal now turn into like buttons, pretty much. And it's kind of a doozy to get yourself out of if you're solving it. Weird because it has multiple solve states where like all the tiles are retracted, and then it also has multiple solve states where they're like out. Anyway, it's a weird puzzle. I really enjoyed it because I was able to figure out a method for like doing it, but it still involved a lot of trial and error. And then we have the most difficult puzzle on our list. This is the mini pillowed 2x2 keychain. Just because you are on the go doesn't mean that puzzling has to stop. You can clip this mini 2x2 to your bag or even put it in your pocket. At roughly 3.5 centimeters, it is one of the smallest 2x2s you can get. It performs quite well for how small it is. Like most puzzles, it could benefit from some tensioning of the screws and a bit of lubricant. The keychain is also removable to make it easier to turn. You likely won't break any records with it, but it's very playable and fun to show to others. Enjoy! It isn't WCA legal, but I don't know. I think I still like turning it. Comparing this to my previous smallest 2x2, it's definitely like half the size. It's just incredibly small. Those are the Puzzlcrate puzzles that I've gotten over the past 4 months from Puzzlcrate. Also, they have amazing customer service. I don't know why I'm making this into a Puzzlcrate ad since they're not sponsoring this, but I really like it. I think it's great. It's like, I think $29 a month if you want to get it. And I think they deliver the same puzzles to everyone. So everybody who got a Puzzlcrate for June, for example, got this weird OS Cube dealio. Yeah, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, please be sure to do so. There is a red button below the video that you can look at, and it's amazing. Also, if you liked it, of course, like it. Be sure to comment with any videos, ideas you have, like any feedback for the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The puzzle can be pretty catchy. E.T. Phone Home. Imagine the subscribe button just appears over my face.